Hi there, I have a channel message for you, for your highest good, and I trust that this video found you at the right time. Alright, we've got a new camera angle, and I've got a new microphone here, and we've got a new moon coming up in a couple of days, Sagittarius energy, so I don't know where this is all going to go, but I'm pretty excited about this. I'm just going to see what energies want to start to come through this time. We've got the cat spirit. Number 13, claim your independence, it says. I'm really seeing the wings here straight away. And feathers might be significant. Or cats, obviously. Let me just read the message. Cat spirit, claim your independence. They're very intuitive, cats. And they sort of do their own thing. They're really in their own power, cats, aren't they? When cat spirit meows, she is calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all of your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all of this back to you in kind. When you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, and practice taking risks as you wander into new territory for you, cat spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. Number 13's like the number of transformation. And I love when this happens too, because this did open up to page 41. I'm not sure if you can see it down there. But 41 is the 13th prime number. So that is totally an organic synchronicity there. And I love when that happens. I really feel like you potentially... I feel like for most of you watching this, there is a codependent situation that has occurred in the past that has made you very aware of the value of your independence. And now and this might not be for all of you, but I really feel like now you're starting to spread these little wings, like they've just grown out, and you're like, okay, where am I going to fly with this new sense of independence? And there may be a little bit of a feeling I'm getting of like a lost energy. And I just want to say that being lost can mean that you're not being controlled anymore. And being lost can be a bit of a privilege because you're free to go wherever you want. And you're really stepping into your own power here. And I get here the Ace of Swords in reverse. So that's sort of like confirmation to me. I'll just throw it up there. That like there's that feeling of like not knowing 100% sure what the truth is of this situation. Because it's almost like with the 10 of Wands in your past situation, I feel like there's a burden that's been lifted here. Some kind of a situation where there's been like a level of codependency or control here, and almost somebody or an energy of something having to rely on you and you almost having to carry somebody else's burdens. And I really feel like a lot of you are really setting those healthy boundaries and standing firm in those boundaries, which is such a beautiful thing. And now it's like, well, okay, I'm in my power and I'm free. So where do I go from here? What's the truth of this, and how's this all going to pan out? And like almost being in control of your own situation and being in control of your own life is a little bit unfamiliar for some of you. But you're definitely on the right track here, and I don't take that Ace of Swords negatively at all. And in your future position, you get the King of Wands. So it's like really taking responsibility for your life now and your vision, and really taking control of where you want to go in your life. It's like you have all the power here. And I feel like you're somebody who potentially knows how to navigate relationships really well, and there's a real intelligence there I'm getting. So it's like, okay, how can I apply this now to life when I'm not in the same old, you know, like the repetitive situations? It's like the repetitiveness is, I feel like, is going to be a thing of the past here, and there's just going to be so much freedom. So I get death in the past position to clarify that Ten of Wands in reverse. So there's definitely been like a major transformation here, or even like some kind of a realization that has now led to, okay, let's explore this new territory and let's just apply a whole new set of logic here. Let's make a new truth, something that I'm not yet aware of. But let's just go in a completely different direction here. And with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, I really get like, okay, I understand everybody else's truth, and the people around me, I get what they're about, but I'm sort of over that. Like, what's my truth now? Like, I'm really going to step into my own power, and it's not about what other people need me to be anymore. I'm laughing because I have the Emperor coming out clarifying the King of Wands. So this is super powerful energy here. This is 100% you, or it's the energy that you are stepping into in your future position. So powerful, and it's really like, I just get main character energy, and it's like, I'm done being the character in everybody else's story. I'm done being what everybody else needs me to be. What do I need to be? And what do I want my life to look like? Like, I'm the main character now. So how do I want all of this to reflect around me? And what sort of actions am I going to take? What actions are you going to take now? The end of a tough cycle approaches, full moon in Capricorn. So it's like you're done doing the hard work for everybody else, like I was saying. I was talking about carrying other people's burdens before, so that's really like confirmation for me that like everybody else's burdens are like totally not your problem anymore. It's like, that sounds like a you problem, man. That's not a me problem. Believe in the impossible. So I feel like you've got some big dreams, or potentially you're going to be developing some kind of a dream that's like so almost abstract for you, because it's like, this is totally unfamiliar territory, and there's just been massive transformation here, and it's time to release negativity. Okay, so I'm really getting that in this new stage of your life where you're stepping into your power and you're living your life as the main character, you're gonna almost have to like deal with these old energies. Are going to start to, they're going to pop up, you know, and like make an appearance. And I'm getting like, I'm sort of seeing like people with like their hand out like this. Like they're so used to you being the one who's like almost provided for them. Or I'm even getting like, maybe you've given people direction. And I feel like maybe that's where a lot of your power lies here, is that you know the best course of action to take. You're the leader, and it's almost like you haven't felt like a leader at times because you're dealing with everybody else's problems and their toxic cycles, and it's like your power has almost been relinquished to some energy that's outside of you. So I'm getting that there might be a bit of a process here in releasing these old frequencies, because the frequency and the energy is going to want to hang around for a little bit, and you've gone through this massive transformation and you are fully moving ahead into this new life, this new dream, this new vision of yours, but you're going to have to like deal with almost a little bit of backlash I'm getting from some old people in your life. But I'm getting that your work and the work that needs to be done here is maintaining this high vibration with the star card. That's the work that you need to do, is maintain this high vibration, knowing that you've gone through this transformation and you are this independent cat with wings. Like you're like a superhero, like mutant, like X-Men style cat with wings. And your work now is to maintain the high vibration in knowing that. And when you maintain that level of vibration, you will start to be inspired to do things. The work that you have to put in is gonna become a lot easier, because when you're in or on that frequency, you're gonna be in the mood to do the work. So I'm getting like, I get the Four of Pentacles here too. So it's like, I feel like what physical resources you have and the, like, your health situation or just your physical situation, I'm getting you're almost just going to need to like hold on to that for a minute. And I was talking about like defending yourself from people and like maintaining those boundaries and not letting people have that expectation like with their hand out. So for me, the Four of Pentacles is really like, don't let them get to you. Don't let them affect your health, your physical health or your mental health. Like, you are the priority now. You're the main character. So really hold on to the situation you've created for yourself. And just maintain that high vibration is the work here that needs to be done. Potentially there was some kind of a love situation, or maybe somebody has appeared in your life that has inspired this action. Because I get the lovers in your past situation. So maybe you've like, somebody's popped up, or like you've met somebody that has like inspired you to like maybe break out of some old boring situation or some toxic codependency. I'm really getting that. Or just a love for something, like you're inspired to take action towards something that you really love. Like maybe it is just this dream, like you have a dream job or you have a dream person that hasn't showed up yet, and like the thought of not having that and not pursuing that has become like so unbearable to the point where you've had to like break out of something and gone, I cannot put this off any longer. I have to pursue this. But I'm really getting, for some of you, it's a person that has popped up that has almost just blown your mind. And it's like, you didn't know that somebody out there like this, you didn't know they existed. You're like, man, I didn't know there were people like you that were out there. So what am I doing? What am I doing with my life in this current situation? That could be for some of you, just somebody coming in and really inspiring you to like take this action almost. So where's all this going? That's what I want to know. Unfoldment, lotus flower. So it's like really being receptive now and not having to be defensive in these new situations. So I get that there's old people and old frequencies that you're going to have to defend your energy from and really reinforce those boundaries. But you should be really careful not to take that defensive action towards new people and new situations in your life, because there's going to be a need to be receptive here. And it's almost like there's potentially, for some of you, this old situation has created a trauma that you will now need to heal with, or just heal from, and not bring that into like your future position. So being receptive is important when you feel called and inspired to be, and you know it's not part of this old toxic drama. And then I get dawn, new beginnings. So totally reinforcing everything that I'm saying here. And the dawn is like, that's the sun peeking over. It's the sun rising in the morning. So it's totally like a new warm situation where you're like following your happiness. And potentially you're going to see the old situation for what it was. I'm really getting that. And you having to almost prioritize your health now and put yourself first, because this dream of yours needs you to be healthy. It needs you to be prepared. I'm getting like, it needs you to be ready for the opportunities to come in. Like, you got to sort of be on your A game a little bit, just in the sense that you want all this old stuff cleaned up. You want your house cleaned up. You know, if you want a new relationship, if there's someone that stepped into your life that has inspired you to take action, you know, is your house clean? Is your apartment clean? Like, you know, because you're not ready for a new relationship if there's mess everywhere. I'm getting that kind of energy. But yeah, totally a new joyous situation. And then ocean, ebb and flow. So it's like, no longer you're going to have to deal with these stormy emotional situations, and your emotions are going to actually have flow, and there's going to be ease that exists in your life. And it's almost like what I was saying before about, don't be too defensive when it comes to these new inspired actions and these new situations, because now that you're independent and you've almost broken out of some old cycle that was repeating or some codependent situation, it's like life is going to want to take you on this journey. It's going to want to lead you to this vision. So be defensive with the old people where you feel the need to maintain your boundaries, but open yourself up and be receptive now to where life wants to take you now that you're in this new stage of your life. And in the past position, I get your commitment is being tested. So that's exactly what I was saying about like it's almost like your commitment to the new frequency. It's like the old distractions are going to start popping up, or the old, like, maybe someone will start throwing some guilt at you, or like, you know what I mean? Just having their hand out, like I was saying. It's like life wants to see if you really want this new independence. There's going to be some like testing here. But you got it. It says bring love into the situation, new moon in Aquarius, in your current situation. So it's like, hold these people in your heart still, even when you need to sort of fend them off a bit. Just know that they're sort of on their own journey, and you might not be able to like take them with you where you're going. But just have love for them and have love for them and self-love, and just love is really the key here, I think. And nothing is yet set in stone in the future position, mutable moon. So I'm going to bring it right back to the start when I was saying, like, what's your truth? I think you're still figuring that out, because this potentially is really new territory for a lot of you. So it's like, you have the power here to make this into whatever you want it to be. This card it says nothing's yet set in stone, but it's the mutable moon card, and we are coming up to the new moon in Sagittarius, which is a mutable sign, and it's like the archer firing that arrow, and it's like you're gonna be, if you're watching this around the time of the new moon, you're seriously gonna be guided to like follow your highest purpose, and like it's gonna like fully direct you in a straight line on that path. But it doesn't matter when you're watching this. This reading is just saying that like you have the power, and it's almost like it's a blank slate here. It's a blank slate to make this into whatever you want it to be, and it's all about love, just maintaining that frequency of love, like unconditional love for yourself and others, and that's what you're going to receive back from life. It's just going to mirror this love back at you. In the past position, I get the Six of Wands in reverse. So it's like, don't worry about being seen or getting attention from these old people. That might be part of the test, is like maybe you would get attention from these people and you liked that. But where you're going, there's a bit of a void here. I'm getting like a bit of a limbo stage, like, and you're not used to not getting external attention. It's all about internal attention now, but just hold the frequency. Because these new people are going to come in and celebrate you, but it's really not even about that anyway. It's totally just about you. Yeah, and like moving away from... Okay, so I get the Seven of Swords in reverse. So I totally get like moving away from shifty behavior. That might be a red flag here. There might be like a good way to discern if like somebody's for you in this new life is like, do they behave like the old people? Like, is it the same old BS, or like, am I really picking up an energy of like, no, this is like, this person is not like the old people, this is a new thing. That might totally just be a red flag. It's that kind of manipulative behavior. I'm getting like logical manipulation. I'm really getting that a lot of this transformation is based off of how you feel. It's really like it's a feeling. I really get that you're following like a feeling. And like feline, I don't know if there's something there, like the feeling, feline. But it's like logic doesn't apply here, because it's like potentially in the past somebody used logic to keep you trapped. Like, things made sense on paper, like, to them, and there's some kind of old conditioning there, some kind of logical conditioning. And like, it's like none of this isn't about logic anymore. And the Judgment in reverse, in the future position. Can I get some clarity on that? Nine of Wands. You know what I'm getting from that is like, no longer being inspired to take action from like a hurt place, like a wounded place. Potentially somebody in your past knew you a little too well, and they would use this energy to manipulate you. Like they knew how to get you goat. Like somebody knew how to upset you and knew what your triggers were. So it's maybe important to keep this in mind, that there may be some old traumas and stuff that still need to be dealt with, some unfinished business. Because it is under this "it's time to release negativity" card. Full moon in Scorpio. So it's like some of this hidden emotional stuff may just come up for you and need to be dealt with. But I'm really getting like, you're not going to be called to act on it anymore. It's almost like a new level of emotional maturity that you're going to be dealing with. And it's like, now life is about you. And it's about your dreams and your vision. So it's like, that's really horrible that someone would do that, if that message is for you. That they would use your triggers to like motivate you to act a certain way. So it's almost like you're totally going to be rising above that, I'm getting. And it's not for you anymore. And I was talking about just seeing things clearly, like for what they were before. So it's like potentially that stuff's going to come up because it's in your future position. So I feel like that stuff might come up. And you're just going to see it for what it is. And be like, no, that's not me. Like, I'm healing that. Or I've healed that. You know? You're not going to manipulate me. Just tell me what I'm getting there. Okay. Yeah, so that's sort of... This somewhat confirms what I was saying. Because I get the Strength in reverse in the past position. So it's like a lack of self-control. And almost like I really feel like somebody's been triggering you on purpose. Like somebody knows how to wind you up, and they know that you have some kind of an emotional issue. And I'm getting here too with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Like, don't worry too much about the finances. Like, maybe some of you are wondering, okay, like, it's all great that I'm independent now and I have this dream, but like, how am I going to get that bag? Like, and I'm really getting, don't worry about it. And just, this is more about a celebration of you and your authentic self here, and your highest level of enjoyment. It's really not about the money. And the money is going to follow here, is what I'm getting. Like, it's all going to fall into place for you. As long as you're guiding from your highest, most authentic self, I think the money's just sort of going to work itself out, or just like not be an issue for a lot of you. Or like, you know what I'm getting to is like, I'm really feeling like, it's funny, I was thinking about this earlier today, like, when you're a kid, like, there's no thought about, I mean, unless you had to, like, grow up really quickly or something, that might be some of you, but, like, for most of us, when we're a kid, we're not worried about, like, how to make ends meet. Like, that's the last thing on our mind. Like, we don't even know how to be in that frequency. Like, we're not running that program yet of, like, okay, like, how am I going to pay for this bill? How am I going to afford this? Like, that's not... And I really feel like Spirit wants you to be in that frequency, or try to, like, get back into that energy like you were as a kid. That energy of, like, you don't even know what money is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so not on your mind. And as long as you can pay for what's in front of you and do... Like, don't be irresponsible, but as long as you can take care of yourself day to day, I think Spirit really wants you, with the Star card too, to, like, maintain that vibration, like I was saying. Just maintain that frequency above all else. That frequency of, I don't worry about money. It's not for me to worry about money. That's not a problem in my life. It's taken care of. Just really try and be in that frequency of it's taken care of. And I'm not saying be irresponsible, and you might have to, for some time, just buy what you need to like make things work every day, but don't think about it. Try and be in that cognitive dissonant space of like, the money's taken care of. It doesn't matter, and just do what you got to do day to day. But I'm really getting this energy of like, it's gonna get taken care of. And let's just look a little bit into the future, and then I'll pull an oracle card, and we might just call it, because this is a really good message. I'm really getting a good feeling about this, and it's like I don't want to clarify it too much, because we're not clarifying things. We're sort of figuring things out. We're figuring out the truth of our authentic selves, like our individual selves, that no one knows you like you. Like, I can help guide you with the cards, and Source wants to like channel a message through me, but it's you have the control here to make this life into whatever you want it to be. So I really feel like this is sort of a good place to leave it. Just get a little bit more. Okay. So that's the past, 3 of Wands in reverse. The High Priestess, that's totally confirms what I was saying, and the King of Cups in future. Okay, we're going to leave it there, because that totally confirms what I was saying. Here is the lack of vision, and almost looking outside of yourself for that confirmation that things are going to happen for you. That's in your past position, and that's gone. But currently, to clarify all of this current energy, the Ace of Swords in reverse, Page of Pentacles in reverse, we get the High Priestess. So exactly what I was saying, go within here and just go back inside of yourself and let your highest good and that little intuitive voice inside of you, let that inform the decisions that you make, and this truth that you're reestablishing for yourself. This is going to come from within here. Don't let external forces, because like I was saying, there's going to be old external stuff popping up with its hand out. So don't let that influence your frequency. Just keep that intuitive, that sensitive nature, keep it open and let that inform your next decision. And what was I saying before? Emotional mastery, and not letting people use your traumas and your triggers to control you. And we get the King of Cups in the future. This will be you. This intuitive, this person who can lead from an intuitive place and is emotionally fulfilled. It's a beautiful reading. I'm going to leave it there. I'll pull one more spirit animal. Okay, get the Grasshopper spirit in reverse. Take a leap of faith. So the number 30 might be significant. I'm really seeing his little crown there. So that'll be you. But I do get it in the reverse position. And I haven't pulled it in the reverse position before. So let me read the message. So 13 or 313. Or just threes. 313 is the 65th prime number, 313. So that might be relevant for some of you, the number 65. Okay, Grasshopper spirit in reverse. Is it hard for you to trust in good fortune because you have been hurt in the past when you took a risk? Staying earthbound does not offer the safety you seek, for that can be found only through trusting that spirit is always with you and wants the best for you. Your intuition is guidance from spirit, telling you to let go of your fears and leap into the abundance and good fortune awaiting you. Grasshopper spirit reminds you that the only way now is to jump forward. Can you be willing to trust the unknown, the great mystery that you can't fully understand? Even if you take the teeniest leap in consciousness to be willing, it's a beautiful beginning. Sure, every leap forward brings a new challenge, but you can handle it with spirit as your partner, trusting that this new experience will only deepen your life with magic and meaning. Take the leap. What a beautiful message. So I'm going to leave it there. Like I was saying, you're finding your truth, but trust yourself. Really trust yourself here. You have all of the answers inside of you, and everything in this reading was totally divinely guided to like send you that message and confirm that your intuition has all the answers for you, and you're ready to be independent. You're ready to be the sun, and you are totally ready to be the star and get everything that you want. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing the space with me. This was an awesome reading, and I'm so honored to be able to do it for you. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one.